Today, I'm going to show you how to beat the Fallen Factory dungeon on Wynncraft. So, to begin with, you will need a Fallen Factory key. You can buy these off the trade market if you don't have one. Otherwise, you can find the key guardians around the map in various places. So, here we go. In my opinion, the most confusing part of this dungeon is the boss fight and how to obtain Firewall Pass A and B. So if that's what you're here for, I will leave a timestamp on screen now, and that will show you how to obtain both of those passes. Alright, let's get back to the video. Throughout this guide, I'm going to show a list of items on the screen that are required to progress to the next room. It's also worth mentioning that some sections in this dungeon are parkour related. Just in general, having jump boost or fall damage negation will help you, if you can fit that into your build. For the first room, you need 24 scrap to build a tower to escape to the next parkour section. So you obtain scrap by killing these random mobs that are sitting around here. Most of them will drop scrap, so I recommend getting all in one go, and then right-clicking on the altar in the middle of the room, and it will build a tower for you to progress upwards. Once you've reached the top, this next section is quite simple. Anyone who wasn't dropped on their head as a baby can figure it out. And speaking of being dropped on your head, that's exactly what happens next after you run through this vent and get dropped down. So this is where the fall damage reduction helps. And from here on, it's just kind of these little puzzle parkour things where mostly it just relies on your timing to be good. It may help to just kind of sit there and watch it for a second and figure out what's going on, or just run headfirst into it, whatever suits you. I will leave the rest of these in for anyone who's struggling with them, but if you'd like to skip forward to the rest of the dungeon past this puzzle parkour point, we'll leave a timestamp here for you to skip ahead. Once you finish this parkour section, just head up to this big white door, wait for the computer to stop yapping at you, and eventually it will open onto this next room. This room is quite similar to the first one, except instead of scrap, you're going to now need these volatile cores to progress, or the sea lens. So there's a few mobs in this room that will drop the volatile core, and they will be the ones with the big purple swords. The other ones will drop scrap. You don't really need scrap to progress here. You could just pick up some extra ones, but you don't really have to. Just go for the cores. Once you've got 4, you're ready to progress to the next room. This next section is just a big room full of parkour. Now, you can take the same route that I took, or you can take a different one. There's multiple. If you have jump boost here, obviously it makes it quite a bit easier. Just head over to this back little room, and it'll be where the button is. So obviously what you're going to want to do is just press the big red button, ignore what the computer's saying again, and just wait for it to activate the mechanism. Now you'll notice all of the gears of the clockwork mechanism will start spinning around, making it a bit more difficult to parkour. So just follow this same route to get to the elevator. There'll be another 2 elevators that you'll need to get to the final room, and if you want a timestamp to skip past this point, there's one on screen now. This next room requires 16 scrap and 1 volatile core to progress. Now what you're looking for is a big gold and silver vent in the corner of the room, and underneath it there will be another altar where you can give your scrap to make this little tower to climb. And then once you get to the top, you give your volatile core to the other altar, and you can progress to the next room. This last area will have the boss activation button in it, so just look for where the boss door is, open it, and head on in. There are a few stages to this boss fight, and the first part is killing Winston the puppy, so just go ahead and do that, and then we'll skip straight to where it starts. Now, this is where most people have trouble in this dungeon, so you're not going to want to head to the middle altar, you want to go to the one on the left. This one will require 12 scrap, and it will open a little door which allows you to get to Firewall Pass A. So you open the little vent, and then you head in, go through, kill the little mini-boss, get Firewall Pass A, and then come back out. Then you want to go to the right side, where there's going to be another little altar. This time it will use volatile cores, so just add them in, open the door, kill the mini-boss, and you'll get Firewall Pass B. So now you've got both the Firewall Passes. You want to gather a bunch of scrap and 6 volatile cores. And that's what you'll need to open the consecutive doors to get to the actual boss. Now just head up to the top and add the cores in, then open both the doors and get to the boss fight. From here, the only thing left to do is kill the boss. So I would recommend using anything that has AoE damage, so area of effect, something that can kind of catch it while it's teleporting around. So assassin multi-hit or smoke bomb, even spin attack can be good. As for other classes, just kind of use your own discretion as to what ability would be the best to attack the boss with, and once you've killed it, you'll get teleported back out the dungeon. If you have any further questions about this dungeon, or any dungeons or any part of Wynncraft that you have trouble with, feel free to let me know in the comments and I will try to reply as much as I can. Thanks for watching.